It's really quite striking how much the internet, especially social media, has changed for brands recently.
Oh, absolutely. It feels much tougher, doesn't it? Things are always shifting. Visibility is down. Ad costs, well, they just keep going up.
Yeah, exactly. And you sort of wonder if businesses are stuck, just renting space on these massive platforms.
That's a good way to put it. Renting space. They're subject to algorithms they don't control, policies that change overnight, and they don't really own that direct line to their audience or their data.
Right. And I think that's the problem Linkspreed is trying to tackle, isn't it, with this whole Web 4 concept.
Precisely. Web 4, as they frame it, is about moving towards a more decentralized, user-focused internet, giving control back to communities and individuals.
So less like giant public squares and more like, I don't know, private neighborhoods online.
Kind of, yeah. Spaces where interactions can be more direct, more meaningful, and crucially owned and managed by the groups themselves, not some huge third party.
Okay, so practically speaking, what does Linkspreed actually do?
Well, their core offering is enabling brands, or really any organization, to build their own private social network. Think of it like getting the tools to create your own bespoke Facebook, just for your specific audience or niche.
Ah, okay. So instead of trying to shout over the noise on a big platform, you build your own dedicated space.
Exactly. And the advantages are pretty clear. You retain your customers better. You have sovereignty over your data, GDPR compliant, white label, the works, you're independent.
And presumably it's designed so you don't need to be a coding genius to set it up.
That's the idea. They provide the platform with features like forums, chat, live event tools, all designed for community building, making it more accessible.
It's a shift from broadcasting widely to cultivating deeply, I suppose.
Yeah.
Building real loyalty.
You've hit it. Deeper relationships within a dedicated community. That's the focus.
Now, for this deep dive, we really wanted to focus in on something specific within this Linkspreed ecosystem, and that's their partner program.
Right, because it presents a really interesting opportunity for listeners.
Yeah, especially the commission structure.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's quite compelling. It looks like a genuine chance for you listening to get involved in this Web 4 shift and actually benefit financially from it.
It's definitely structured to incentivize participation in building out this Web 4 vision.
Okay, let's get straight to the numbers then. The core commission, what are we talking about?
We're talking about a 40% commission. 40%. On the monthly license fee for every single user for every Linkspreed license you sell.
40% per user per month. That sounds significant.
It is. And crucially, it's not just a one-off payment. No, that 40% is recurring. You get it for the entire time that license is active for up to 2 full years, 24 months.
Wow. Okay, so one sale could mean income rolling in month after month for potentially 2 years. Right. That's genuine passive income potential.
Exactly. You put in the work to make the sale, and then you continue to earn as long as the client stays active. It really rewards that initial effort over the long term.
And if you land a larger client, maybe a company needing a network for hundreds of thousands of users.
Well, you can see how the numbers start to add up. The potential for monthly earnings to go, north of 10,000 euro becomes quite realistic with those larger deals.
But just to be clear, there's no payment just for signing up as a partner, right? It's all tied to successful sales.
Correct. It's performance-based. Your earnings come directly from the license fees generated by the clients you bring in. It aligns your success with Linkspreed's success and the client's continued use.
Okay, that makes sense. But there's more to the earning potential, isn't there? Something about building a network.
Yes, that's another layer. You can actually recruit other partners into the program. Think agencies, freelancers, CRM providers, consultants, anyone who might be a good fit.
So you bring other people into the program, and then what?
Then, for up to 2 years after they join, you get a share of the commission from their sales.
Ah, so it's hierarchical. You earn from your own sales, and you earn from the sales of the partners you recruit.
Exactly. It encourages you to build out your own network of Web 4 advocates, fostering collaboration and allowing you to benefit from their success too. It scales your potential impact and income.
That's quite an interesting model, building an ecosystem almost.
It seems designed that way, yes, to grow the whole thing together.
So beyond the money, which is obviously attractive, what are the other perks or benefits of becoming a Linkspreed partner?
Well, they emphasize wanting long-term, stable partnerships. They seem to value building trust, not just quick transactions.
Okay, stability is good. What else?
For businesses already in the space, say, marketing agencies, PR firms, community managers, it's a chance to expand what you offer. You can add Web4 community solutions to your service list, making you look more innovative.
Right, so you can go to your existing clients or new ones and say, hey, worried about social media, we can build you your own platform.
Precisely. You become a provider of these cutting-edge digital solutions, and Linkspreed helps you with that.
How so?
They provide exclusive marketing assets materials to help you actually acquire those clients. And they point towards opportunities for upselling premium services around those communities you help build.
Okay, so they give you tools to sell and ways to add more value later.
Plus, there's a collaborative aspect. They mention partners potentially working together on bigger projects, sharing knowledge, maybe balancing workloads.
A network effect again.
Seems like it. And they invest in getting you up to speed. There's comprehensive training, webinars, courses, materials, plus individual support. They want you to become a Web4 expert.
So they don't just throw you in the deep end.
Apparently not. The goal is to equip you properly.
And is there a central place to manage all this? Clients, commissions, resources?
Yes, they have a dedicated partner portal. It's designed to be the hub for managing clients, tracking your earnings, accessing all the resources, and even connecting with other partners.
Okay, sounds quite well thought out. So who are they actually looking for? Who's the ideal partner?
They're looking for people or businesses with proven expertise, in PR, community management, marketing, maybe CRM, people who value quality, have an innovative streak, and are reliable and professional.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You need to be able to explain this stuff and guide clients effectively. What's the actual process like if someone listening thinks, okay, this might be for me?
It seems pretty structured. It starts with a kickoff meeting, basically, getting to know each other, see if goals align.
Right.
Then there's a quality check, presumably to verify that expertise we just talked about.
Okay.
After that, if everyone's happy, it moves to negotiation and signing the contract, clear agreements. And then finally, implementation, where you start guiding clients onto the platform.
So a clear path. Now, thinking about the partner's role, especially maybe from an agency perspective, it's not just about setting up the tech, is it?
No, definitely not. The materials emphasize that the partner's role is much more about actively shaping and nurturing the client's community. They use the phrase, cultivating Web4 gardens.
Cultivating Web4 gardens. I like that. So what does that involve?
Things like helping the client with audience analysis, defining the community's identity and values, designing the platform layout effectively, developing a content strategy, handling moderation, fostering the right culture.
So the whole life cycle of the community.
Exactly. And also analyzing the data coming out of the community, potentially advising on monetization strategies within the platform. It's a consultative, ongoing role.
Which connects back perfectly to how an agency can offer valuable ongoing services, right?
Absolutely. If you're a PR or marketing agency, this fits right into your wheelhouse. You're already doing related work. Now you can do it within the client's own branded, controlled environment using Linkspreed.
And that 40% recurring commission is a huge incentive for agencies to bring Linkspreed into their offerings.
For sure. It adds a potentially very stable software-related revenue stream alongside their service fees.
And the bit about earning from referred agencies, that sub-agency commission structure that must be particularly appealing for agency networks or larger consultancies.
It creates a real incentive to evangelize the platform within their own professional networks. It's a growth multiplier.
So an agency can present Linkspreed as the solution to clients frustrated with traditional social media.
Right, highlighting the benefits, data ownership, direct engagement, independence.
And then the agency provides the services to build and manage that community on the Linkspreed platform.
It's presented as a clear win-win. The agency offers a valuable product their clients need, powered by Linkspreed, and Linkspreed gets access to those clients via the agency.
And the client gets the benefit of the agency's expertise combined with their own platform.
And the sales materials also note that clients often book these agency services for longer periods, like monthly retainers, specifically for managing their Linkspreed community.
Which means more predictable revenue for the agency beyond just project work.
Exactly. It fosters those longer-term, more stable client relationships.
And Linkspreed is quite open about needing agencies to help them reach bigger companies, aren't they? For that organic growth.
Yes, it seems like a core part of their strategy. They provide the tech, they need partners, especially agencies, to provide the reach and the implementation services, particularly for larger organizations.
It positions Linkspreed as a standardized software solution that agencies can just add to their portfolio.
Correct. A new tool in their toolkit to address client needs in the evolving digital landscape.
And when you think about the size of the social media market, overall billions of dollars.
Yeah, the documents mention figures like USD 231 billion in 2023, growing annually.
So even if Web 4 captures just a fraction of that, the potential is enormous.
Absolutely. The scale is vast, suggesting significant room for growth for platforms like Linkspreed and their partners.
There's even a simple example in one of their decks. Company X builds a network on Linkspreed, Agency Y manages it, Linkspreed pays Agency Y that 40% commission. Straightforward.
It really boils it down to that core value proposition for the agency partner. Direct, recurring financial benefit tied to client success on the platform.
So zooming out again, this Web 4 idea, it's more than just a trendy term.
It really seems to be. It represents a genuine shift towards, well, a different kind of internet. More decentralized, focused on digital ownership, platforms working together better. Maybe a more human-centric online world.
And getting involved with something like the Linkspreed Partner Program is a way to be part of making that shift happen.
That's the pitch, yes. You're not just selling software, you're helping clients navigate this transition, regain control, build better communities, and you're doing it within this new Web 4 framework.
While also potentially building a really solid income stream for yourself.
The financial incentive is definitely a key part of the equation.
Okay, so if people listening are thinking this sounds interesting, what's the next step? Where should they go?
The main place to go is partner.linkspreed.com. That's partner.linkspreed.com. All the details about the program, the benefits, the process, and how to apply should be there.
Partner.linkspreed.com.
Got it. And you mentioned another site earlier for the broader Web 4 vision. Yes, that's web4.one, just WEB4.one. That site gives more context on the overall principles of goals behind the Web 4 movement itself.
Great. Partner.linkspreed.com for the program, Web4.one for the bigger picture.
Exactly.
So wrapping this up, that 40% recurring commission from Linkspreed really does feel like the headline here. A chance to build potentially significant ongoing income.
It's definitely the most immediately eye-catching element, yes, but it's tied to this bigger idea.
Right. It's not just about earning. It's framed as an opportunity to actively participate in building this next phase of the internet, helping businesses create these more meaningful, independent online spaces.
Empowering businesses, shaping the future of online communities, while benefiting from a lucrative model. It's a compelling combination.
It really is. So maybe the final thought for you listening is, how could your skills, your network, your expertise fit into this? What might building these Web 4 gardens look like for you and your clients? Definitely worth exploring further.
Agreed. Check out those links, partner.linkspreed.com and web4.one, and see if it resonates.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for breaking that all down. A lot to think about there.
My pleasure. It's certainly an interesting space to watch.